Every morning, before most people even begin their day, bees are already at work. Millions of them spread across forests, gardens, mountains, and open fields, flying through the air with a level of precision that seems impossible for creatures so small. To humans, they are easy to overlook. But without bees, entire ecosystems could begin to unravel. The fruits we eat, the flowers we admire, and countless plants growing across the planet all depend on the work these insects perform every single day. And the deeper scientists look into the world of bees, the stranger and more fascinating it becomes. Because not all bees live the same way. Some exist in massive organized colonies. Others spend their entire lives alone. Some create honey, while others burrow into wood or disappear underground. Together, they form one of the most important groups of creatures on Earth. Bees spend most of their lives searching. Flower after flower, field after field, they move through the landscape collecting nectar and pollen. But while they gather food for themselves, something much larger is happening in the background. As pollen sticks to the tiny hairs covering their bodies, bees unknowingly carry it between plants, helping flowers reproduce. This process allows fruits, seeds, and entire plant populations to continue growing year after year. Without pollination, many ecosystems would begin struggling almost immediately. What makes this remarkable is that bees are not intentionally helping the planet. They're simply surviving. Yet through that survival, they quietly support enormous parts of life on Earth. Inside a honeybee hive, there is no silence. The entire structure vibrates with movement. Thousands of bees crawl across honeycomb walls, while others return from long journeys carrying nectar back to the colony. Deep within the hive, young bees are cared for, while guard bees patrol the entrance, checking anything that attempts to enter. At the center is the queen. She rarely leaves the hive, yet her presence controls the future of the entire colony. During the warmer seasons, she can lay thousands of eggs in an incredibly short amount of time, allowing the hive to rapidly grow. What feels almost impossible is how organized everything appears. No bee stands in charge directing traffic. No bee understands the full picture. And yet the colony functions with incredible efficiency, almost as if the hive itself were one giant living creature, rather than thousands of separate insects. Not all bees are small and quick like honeybees. Bumblebees move differently. Larger and covered in thick fuzz, they fly with a heavy buzzing sound that feels deeper and slower. Watching one hover near a flower almost seems unnatural, as if something that round should not be able to stay airborne at all. But bumblebees are built for colder environments, where many other bees struggle to survive. Their thick bodies help them stay warm, allowing them to fly earlier in the morning and in lower temperatures than honeybees can handle. And when they land on flowers, they do something incredible. Instead of gently collecting pollen, bumblebees vibrate their entire bodies at intense speeds, shaking pollen loose in clouds from the flower itself. The technique is so effective that certain plants rely heavily on bumblebees to survive. Without them, some flowers would struggle to reproduce at all. Far from the crowded world of honeybee colonies, carpenter bees live much quieter lives. Instead of building wax hives, they carve tunnels into wood using powerful jaws. Decks, fences, tree trunks, and wooden beams can all become nesting sites. At first glance, carpenter bees look intimidating. They are large, loud, and often hover near people for long periods of time. But much of that behavior is bluffing. Male carpenter bees cannot even sting. Inside their tunnels, female bees carefully prepare chambers where their young will grow safely hidden away from predators and harsh weather. It is a completely different kind of life from the highly social world of honeybees. No giant colony, no crowded hive, just a single bee building a home alone. Most people imagine bees living in colonies, but surprisingly, the majority of bee species do not live together at all. Many spend their lives completely alone. These solitary bees are rarely noticed because they are often smaller, quieter, and far less aggressive than the bees people are used to seeing. Some hide underground, others nest inside hollow stems or cracks in old wood. Each female gathers her own food, builds her own nest, and protects her own offspring without help from thousands of workers. There is something strangely impressive about that independence. No hive to rely on, no army for protection, just one tiny insect surviving entirely on its own in a world filled with predators and changing conditions. For years, scientists believed insects operated almost entirely on instinct. Bees changed that idea completely. Honeybees communicate through movement using something known as the waggle dance. By shifting their bodies in specific directions, they can guide other bees toward food sources located far away from the hive. It's essentially a form of navigation shared through dance. Even more surprising, studies suggest bees can remember patterns, solve simple problems, and even recognize certain human faces. For creatures with brains smaller than a grain of rice, their abilities feel almost unbelievable. And the more researchers study them, the more complex they appear. For millions of years, bees adapted to changing environments. But modern threats are arriving faster than many species can handle. Wildflower fields continue disappearing as cities and farmland expand. Pesticides contaminate the plants bees depend on for survival, while changing temperatures disrupt the natural timing between flowers blooming and bees emerging. Entire colonies can weaken silently before collapsing altogether. And because bees are connected to so many ecosystems, their decline spreads far beyond the hive itself. A quieter world without bees would not just mean fewer insects. It would mean fewer flowers, fewer crops, less life. Bees are among the smallest workers in nature, yet their impact reaches almost everywhere. They pollinate forests, support food systems, and help entire ecosystems continue functioning day after day. Some build vast colonies buzzing with activity. Others spend their lives completely alone, hidden inside wood, soil, or flowers. But all of them play a role in keeping the natural world alive. And perhaps that is what makes bees so extraordinary. Not their size, not the honey they produce, but the fact that creatures so small can carry responsibilities so enormous, while most of the world barely notices they're there at all. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay curious.